Hello, my name is Claire and I am the Singing Sewist, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome aboard. Today's video is just a catch up on the last week. I've had a busy week, which I think I mentioned before, and I've not done any sewing this week, which is weird for me because I normally sew pretty much every day. But I have been doing lots of fun stuff, so I thought I'd just run you through my week. I've got some little video clips to pop in so you can see what I was up to. And then at the end, I've got a bit of fabric to show you. Not much, just a bit. So let's get on with it. So what have I been up to this week? Well, it started on Monday. I drove up to Bath to see Sophie. Picked her up en route actually because she'd been staying at a friend's for the weekend near Yeovil. So I popped in, picked her up, drove us both to Bath. And we didn't do a lot on Monday. Just did a bit of food shopping, sorted out unpacking and packing, because Tuesday we went off to Cardiff. So ages ago we'd booked tickets to see Take That in concert at Cardiff, the circus tour, which they were redoing this year, and I saw it first time around. I've always been a Take That fan since they were around first in the 90s. And then when they reformed in 2005, I want to say, something like that, I have been to every tour of theirs since they reformed. Love their music, right up my street. So yeah, went to Cardiff for the concert. I was supposed to be going with Sophie, obviously, my niece Sarah, and my brother and sister-in-law. But unfortunately, my sister-in-law's mum has been poorly, so they were not able to come because they had to stay and look after her. So a bit gutted for Jane particularly, because she's as big a Take That fan as I am, and so I know she'll have been absolutely gutted to miss the concert. But that is life, isn't it? These things happen, it can't be helped. I did manage to sell their tickets, so they will at least get their money back. But yeah, not quite the same. But Sarah did come with us. So it was me, Sophie and Sarah. And we got the train to Cardiff, met up with Sarah at Bristol and travelled together. So that was nice. Found the accommodation we were supposed to be staying in, which I'd only booked for me and Sophie, because Sarah wasn't originally going to be staying. She was going to go back with her parents. But fortunately, the lady who owned the property we were staying in was very lovely and very friendly, and we explained the situation and she was absolutely fine with Sarah staying on the floor. So it wasn't the best night's sleep for Sarah, I don't think, but at least we had somewhere. So yeah, the concert was incredible. I've got some bits that I will pop in. I won't, however, be playing them with sound because that would get me into copyright issues, I'm pretty sure. So you'll have to imagine that it's Take That playing in the background. The support acts were amazing as well. First support act was Belinda Carlisle, who was excellent. I knew most of her songs, not all of them, but most of them. And then the second support act was The Script, which was also incredible. So yeah, Sophie and Sarah knew more of their songs than I did. I think they were around when they were sort of their generation. But yeah, they were amazing. Really enjoyed it. And the audience in Cardiff, I think, were just incredible. Singing along, all the artists who performed said what an amazing atmosphere it was, and it did seem to be an incredible atmosphere there. And then, yes, Take That came on and did their thing. It's an amazing show. If you ever get a chance to see the circus, I thoroughly recommend it, because it's not just a concert, it's a whole kind of experience, a whole show. I mean, Relight My Fire was amazing. Yeah, the graphics and the props and the whole package is just amazing. They have so many really talented performers taking part, so acrobats and clowns, and amazing. So yeah, brilliant night. Travelled back on the Wednesday to Bath because I was staying over with Sophie for a few days. What did we do Wednesday? I don't think we did a lot on Wednesday. Oh, Sophie had to go into work, so I did a bit of shopping, which you'll see the results of in a bit. Then that was pretty much it on Wednesday. Thursday, we had to wait in the morning for an electrician because Sophie was getting her bathroom fan fixed. He fortunately came fairly early, so we did then have all afternoon. So we headed to Bristol in the afternoon, and we'd got tickets for that evening for Bristol Comedy Garden, which is really lovely. Again, if you get a chance to go, I can thoroughly recommend it. It's kind of a big top tent in one of the parks in Bristol, Queen Street, I think, or Queen Square, something like that. And inside this massive marquee, they have a comedy festival. And the acts we saw were, it was Maisie Adam was hosting, and she was really good. She'd lost her voice there. She'd been shouting at the football a bit too much the night before. But yeah, so we had Maisie Adam, we had, oh gosh, I'm going to, Sarah Keyworth, I can't remember all the others, but the headliner was Fern Brady, and yeah, she was brilliant. But yeah, you get quite a variety of comedians each night, different headliners each night. I think it goes on for about 5 days, maybe. But yeah, so that was good fun. We'd been the previous year, we went last year, and the night we went, Ed Gamble was headlining. We do like Ed Gamble. But yeah, it was a really good night, and it was lovely because the weather was so gorgeous. It was a bit like today, only not quite as hot. It's very warm today, but yeah, it was a really good night. And then Friday, we decided to just take it fairly easy on Friday because we were quite tired. So we just had a little pootle out to Frome, and again, I found a fabric shop. That one's called Millie Moon, I think. Had a little look around. I didn't actually buy anything from there. I did buy something from there last year when we went to visit. I bought the Fabric Godmother denim, the black denim with the like hand design on it, which I've made Sophie's Aspen dress from. So if you've seen that at all in any of my makes videos, that's where I bought that fabric. But yeah, I didn't buy anything this time. I didn't go overboard with purchases because I don't really need that much at the moment. And it's been an expensive month. There's more to come because I'm off to Wembley next Friday to see Harry Styles. And then the following Friday, I'm off to Bristol to see Legally Blonde. So it's an expensive time at the moment. So I didn't want to spend too much on fabric that I don't really need because I've got plenty still to be made up. So I'm going to pop in now the footage of Take That, Bristol Comedy Garden, fabric shops, all that good stuff with some music underneath, and I'll catch you in a minute. Wednesday morning. Well, actually it's lunchtime on Wednesday, and I'm in a car park in Bath. Take That last night was incredible, amazing show. We had a lovely time in Cardiff. I did take some bits of video footage, so hopefully I have incorporated those somewhere. But yeah, amazing night. Lovely to spend the time with not only Sophie but my niece Sarah as well. Unfortunately, my brother and my sister-in-law, Sarah's mum and dad, were supposed to be coming with us, but circumstances meant they couldn't make it, unfortunately. So that was very sad, because I know Jane particularly was gutted to have missed the show. Anyway, such is life. But yeah, great time. Back in Bath now. Sophie's had to pop to work for a couple of hours, which I think is very rude of them to ask her to go into work. But yeah, she's got some meetings she's got to go to. So I'm left to my own devices for a couple of hours, and I'm in Bath, and I know there are fabric shops here, and I've never been to them. So I'm going on a little adventure, and I'll take you with me, and we'll see what we can find. So that was my week. As you can see, we got up to lots of different things, and it was really lovely spending time with Sophie. I do miss her when I don't get to see her, so yeah, it was very nice to catch up properly. And we've got another couple of Fridays or weekends together coming up, which is fabulous. And she's actually been home this weekend, so this vlog's going to be a bit late going up because it's Sunday today as I'm recording this, and it's Father's Day, so she came home for the weekend and we've been out for a lovely lunch together, so that was very nice. Now then, what has come into my sewing room? So I only purchased one piece of fabric while I was away, and that was in the sewing studio in Bath, the first fabric shop I went into, and there was lots of stuff in there that I could have bought. There was another piece, another viscose that I was quite toying with. I really loved the design of it, but I just don't think it's colours that I would wear, and I didn't have anything particularly that would go with it. So it would have been a bit of a wardrobe orphan, and I'm trying not to do that. So yeah, I decided against that one. But what I did get was a gorgeous viscose. I'm not sure who it's by. Let's see if it says on the selvage. No, it doesn't say who it's by. I think it might be a Dashwood Studios, but it's this lovely viscose, which is it's a black background with all these really bold colours on, kind of sort of pebbles, I would say, or just paint splodges, whatever you want to call it. But I thought this would go with lots of things. So obviously it'll go with black trousers, but it'll also go with my bright pink trousers and the bright orange ones that I'm just in the process of making. And of course it will go with my white trousers that I've just made. So I thought that I only got 2 meters to make a top of some description. Not sure what yet, but it will be a top, a blouse. So yeah, that was my one and only purchase. I went to 2 fabric shops and a haberdashery shop, because So and So in Guildhall Arcade in Bath is really just haberdashery. It doesn't have fabric. So, but I thought I was very restrained, only purchasing 1 piece of fabric. So that's all I got from my trip away. But whilst I was away, I had a delivery, and it is the Fabric Obsession So Obsessed subscription box. Now, I'm not going to do a proper unboxing because A, you've probably already seen 1 or 2, and B, I know not everybody's into unboxings. So I'm just going to open it and show you what I've got. I've got washi tape, I got sweeties, I've got a bath bomb which smells amazing. It's a watermelon bath bomb, smells amazing. Some thread, the little card with the QR code on the back which has the ebook in it, and then some fabric. And I have seen what this is already because I've watched other people's unboxings, and I'm very excited about it because it's gorgeous viscose. We get 2.5 meters, and it is this beauty. Oh, look at this. And I watched the girls from the Fabric Obsession do their video about the subscription box, and Adele was saying that this just kind of reminded her of watermelon, and I can see that really. It looks fruity to me, and the ebook is talking about the So Fruity challenge, which is running throughout June. I've already got a lot of plans for fruity makes, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get round to making them, but this one might have to jump up the queue slightly because it is gorgeous. I think a dress. I think this needs to be a dress, but I don't know what yet. So TBC on that one. But I do love this, and it's a good weight actually. It's almost like a twill weight, but it's not. It feels quite substantial. It's not very flippy and fly away, so I think it would be nice to work with. But yes, don't yet know what that's going to be, but it will be a dress, I think. So that is everything I have to share with you, I think. Yeah. So I've had a busy week, quite tired now. I'll just tell you what I'm wearing quickly, which is a Zadie jumpsuit. I'll pop in a full-length picture. It's a Zadie jumpsuit in this gorgeous viscose that I got from Exeter Fabric Centre, and it's just bright and summery. But this, you see, again, this is a black background with bright flowers on, which I do like. I do like a black background with bold print on. I just think that works well, even for summer. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. And that, folks, is all. I will see you again next week. I think what I might do next weekend is a little wrap up of what I've made in June, and also we're at the 6-month point of the year. Can you believe we've had half the year already nearly? So I'll have a little check-in on where I'm at with my Make 9 progress. So yeah, that's what's coming next weekend. But for now, I'll say goodbye. See you soon.